Mic check. What it do? What is up? What it do? Welcome to Club Shada episode number 118. I hope everybody is feeling good. I hope everybody is in good spirit, like I'm in good spirit. I hope your week, beginning of week was nice, and that everything was fine wherever you are and whatever you did, and that listen, another day in the rest of our lives of this post-apocalyptic world. I'm hearing myself strange. I think this is too low. Wait, let me see. A. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I hope everybody's hearing me well. If there's any problem, just let me know. Where's my... there it is. C'est important. Welcome to Club Shada. I'm your host, Mr. Shada, aka Kaysha, aka Angel City, aka Diamantero Mazeltov. This show is brought to you by Shada Wear, where you can get amazing stuff. Just go to shadaware.com and check it out. The gods of good fortune. And I want to give a warm welcome to all the new subscribers who are, who just entered this magnificent channel. Rita, Progis the name. All right. Leon, Sarah, Milton, Charles. Anyway, your names are here. Thanks for joining. Make yourself at home. Don't forget to remove your shoes. Don't forget to go check some videos in the channel. Leave a like. Let the ad run, and leave a comment, even if it's just to say peace. You know how we do. I want to acknowledge all our subscribers, all our sponsors. Your super chats are welcome. Thank you so much. And Mike Phoenix is still our stream royalty with $40 for the month of June, and you can still beat him with just a super chat, because this is how we do. Mountain of Inspiration, what it do, the wait is over. What up, Gas, if you're still here? Blessings, what up, Trésor, Kaba, what it do, Milliardaire 7 or 7 or 7, who knows? Whatever, Moto Music, what up, bro? How are you doing? I hope you're good. What up, Future Sound Beats? I hope you're good. Let me know, everybody, where you are and what time is it. It is midnight and 47 here in Portugal. And the song of the intro was a track I produced for Jassy, our friend. I have to invite her again. It's been 7 p.m. in Niagara Falls in Canada. What up, Queen Julie? 1 a.m. in France. That's why you always fall asleep. 7 p.m. in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. How you doing, Joel? You good? What up, Nadia? How are you? I hope you're good. You good? We all do good. Exactly. Leave a like. Greetings, Kiara. How are you? You good? Master Electronic, what up? That sound amazing. I like the sound of that. I'm good. I'm actually, I just received Sweden 147. I have to go back to Sweden. Edmonton in Canada, 5 p.m. I have to go back to Canada. I went to a pool party in Canada once. Yo, damn. Merci les pénaux. I mean, thing is this. I'm for both, right? I'm French nationality. I live in Portugal. My mother's father was Portuguese. So I got Portuguese blood, Congolese blood, and French papers. So actually, I'm for both teams. I mean, listen, if you remove all the penalties, so it was 1-0 for France, I think, yeah, the game was meh. And it feels like Portugal, just like in the last Euro, like we say in French, ils ont le cul bordé de nouilles, which means they're very lucky. They keep being on the edge. Like, I don't know if you remember last time. I don't even know what year it was, because I'm not a football guy. But I remember, like, they almost lost every game until they became champions. And I have this feeling like there's like a immovable force that make them not lose, and sometimes they go up until there, just like that. And it's what am I gonna do? So yeah, that's yeah, Newark, NJ, 7 p.m. Bah, c'est clair à son âge. What kind of name is that? Angry Black Man. You need some love, bro. What up, Bruno? You good? Of course. Yeah. I mean, officially, I'm not an alien. Only those who know, right? Hey, Kinshasa, mbote na yo. What do you do? Yeah, I was in 2016 already. What up, Nilton? Yeah, it's this thing where, yeah, they got super lucky in 2016. They kept almost getting eliminated, and then yeah, all of a sudden they won. And they have some good players, but I mean, listen, that's how it feels from that's how it feels from my side. Okay, now when it comes to this football thing, I got some ships in the game. Because you have to understand, there's this track by Blaya and Virgul, and that what's the name of the third one? That I did the top lines, so I got 20% of the. So it plays on TVI, and it's the official TVI. TVI is one of the biggest private television here in Portugal, and the official song of the Portuguese team for the TVI channel, I co-wrote it. So I did all the melodies or whatever. I don't remember what I did, but I mean, I'm part of the song. I have 20% of every copyright of the song. So whenever it plays, right? Whenever it plays on the radio, whenever it plays in stadiums, whenever it plays before they play the thing, etc., I get money. So the more the Portuguese team is winning, the better it is for me. So, because listen, if you reach final, they will play this song like crazy out here in Portugal, and I'll make a ton of money. So, hey, yeah, I do have to come to Providence again. What up, PNP Music? What do you do, brother? You good? Yep. YouTube is slowly demoting tags, and they are finally coming to 2010 and understanding that hashtags are better. You know what you do? It is. Well, Julie, from all time, humanity has been, boxing, sports, and before that, the games in the Coliseum where the gladiators would kill each other. That's humanity for you. So, and there's a ton of money to be made. Trust me. Hey, Tatiana, how it is? How is life in your new city? What do you do, sweet Vivienne? Are you good? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? This is what I do, Oh, come on. It's it's not just men running after a little thing. It's there's a game, there's technique, there's beauty in the sport. Like, listen, I'm not a fan of football. I mean, I don't even know who are. I listen. I know the big names of the big players. That's it. So I'm not your football guy. I've been in games in VIP section because I was on some business moves where I was with a guy who was selling a player to another team, and we were just here invited, and I was just there since where people were doing businesses, and but that's the only time where I go to a game, if I'm invited as a VIP to be up there. I never been like, I don't even support a team in particular, or I mean, but I can see a beautiful play when I see one. Sometimes there's some techniques that it's beautiful to watch. Other than that, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, might want to remove the title then I'll make it something. Yeah, well. Oh, it's clickable in the title as well? Wait a minute. Let me check. A beautiful. Oh, because I knew it was clickable in the description. In the title, no. Interesting. Well, let me see if I click on 118. What happens? It shows me all the white 18. Oh my god. Let me do something. So maybe I should. No. I'm gonna keep it this way. Maybe I'll stop using hashtag in the numbers. Yeah. Now that YouTube is changing the whole thing, that might be, If you were a football player, you'd be in what position? Attacker, defender, attacking fielder. Well, I'm not a football guy, so I wouldn't be. If I was in football, I would be the guy who pays everybody and probably owns a team and a stadium and makes money from the game. That's what I would be. I wouldn't be on the field. That's not my thing. Nice. Yeah, Nazare, I heard is beautiful. I have one of my good friends. One of my good friends always goes there, and yeah, it's a place that I have to go one day to check. Oh, international big soccer game. Nice. Send me on Instagram the links so I can check it out. What do you do, Kelly? I was talking to a friend of mine as he was like, leave me alone, I'm watching the game. Even my big ass is not enough beside a football game. Well, listen, Julie. Sometimes a big ass is a weapon, and some other times a big ass is getting in the way. That's philosophy for you. Men sometimes don't care about sex. It really depends. It really depends. So, there you go. Football is stronger than a big ass. What can I tell you? I don't know if I can ask you a political question because of your star status. So tell me if it's okay for you. Well, listen, the subject of today is surviving stardom. So it's not that you can't, because we talk about everything here and we don't have things. So you can ask your question, but I might tell you that I will reply when it's interesting for the subject of today. But still, we are still in the intro. I wouldn't go like and talk to you for an hour about and since it's not the main subject. But you can ask me a question. You can ask me any question, and as it's the intro, we still have like 20 minutes when I can, but I will have I will have a short answer for you. So if your question needs like a development and stuff, that might not be the moment, but go ahead, ask your political question. Yeah, I'd be the investor. Yeah. I mean, you would ask me the question 20 years ago, I might have a different answer. But in 2021, yeah, listen, if I would be in football, I would completely be on the investor side. I would just be making money from all the hot dogs, all the Coca-Cola, or the Pepsi, who knows, or all the popcorns, all the seats. I probably own the shopping center that you go through to arrive to the stadium. So I would make money from all the flow of people going in. I'd take the rents of all the shops in the shopping center, plus a percentage on game day of whatever money everybody's making, and I probably would own the restaurants that I would put in the stadium, and I would pay all the players millions because they would bring me hundreds of millions. That's how I see it today. Of course I am. What do you prefer to eat as different foods? Are we going Q&A? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. What do you prefer to eat as different foods? I don't get the question. It's not this. It's just that it ties to the subject. The subject is surviving stardom today, and actually this part of one of the answers, how you survive stardom. But we're gonna get there when we're done with the intro, unless you want to get there now, and I can sleep early maybe tonight. But if you think about it, when I did the track, when I did the two singles of Les DS, I do. When I did the two tracks of Les DS, what tracks were there? Danse avec moi and On a changé. And I received around 200,000 euros of copyright money in a whole year. So not everything in one time. I think the first one I received was 150. Then I received 20, 20, 20, 20, right? And I kept receiving like all these the last 10 years, but now it's not like it used to be. But I'll probably make, I don't know, 500 every 3 months from that song, or from those songs with that album, whatever. What I realized was that I would make 100,000 in 1 year from all the copyrights from Sumia song, Elijah song, my songs I do here and there, Deeper, Rebound Chic, whatever, on a smaller market, right? Plus, I would travel every week to perform and promote the music and get paid directly or indirectly if it's promo. And and I would make a hundred per year, right? 100K per year. But then with those two songs, I made 100K without doing nothing. I just did the songs, two songs, and the same amount of work that I did to do, let's say in 1 year, 40 shows plus 40 shows plus how much I would say 40 show plus maybe 4 albums every year, plus production here and there, like all these work that you would do in a small market like the Zouk and Kizomba market to make 100K, and then traveling around the world to make extra money, etc. And then with two songs that you do for a group, and you just stay on your sofa and you wait 1 year and you receive 100K of copyright. This changed my mind. It changed the elaboration of the business in my head. I was like, wait a minute. Some people actually make millions and they're not famous at all. They just write songs, or they write melodies, or they make beats, or they have a percentage of on songs. And that's when I realized that there's way more money to be made behind the scenes, in the shadows, than in the front line with the criticism, the this, the that. You have to always look good. You have all the things that comes with stardom. And I start being like, all right, I see. And look, I don't even know if people in Portugal have an idea that I wrote the song. Not alone, but I co-wrote the song. I own 20% of a song that is the official hymn of the Portuguese team with the TVI channel. Nobody knows because my name is not there on the title. I'm not one of the artists. Those 3 artists are singing. The producer is Philippe Survival, but because I did the melodies and the flows of the people singing, I have 20% of the song. And every time it plays, and of course, because it's gonna be played like crazy right now, when there's gonna be festivals and shows, those artists will, and especially Blaya, they will play that song. And every time they will do a show, I will get, in terms of performance rights, maybe you receive between 50 and 70 or 100 every show. So at the end of the year, if the artist makes, let's say you make 100, let's simplify the numbers. Let's say that in big festivals, let's say you make 100 euro every time the artist performs, right? Because if it's a big festival with 100,000 people in the public, the festival organizer have to pay a certain amount to the Copyright Society. So ASCAP in the US, BMI, PRS in the UK, what even PRS in the UK, here is called SPA. So every time there's a big festival, they have to get, depending on the amount of people that they have to pay an amount to the SPA, and the SPA redistribute this money to all the songwriters of all the songs that have been played in the festivals. So imagine that I make 100, to simplify numbers. Imagine I make 100 from every time the artist perform. If the artist perform 100 times, this is 100 times 100 that you receive as copyright money. So 100 times by 100 is 10,000. You see what I mean? And imagine you start writing, like, if you write, I don't know, 100 songs where you are not visible, And you have songs that play on TV, songs on novellas, songs in TV shows, songs in movies, plus songs with artists. Then you realize that you can make the same amount of money and maybe more staying in your sofa. Whereas when I was 20, my only idea of how you make money was you have to get up, take a plane or take a train or take a car or a taxi and go perform and then come back and do albums and etc and look good and take care of yourself for the public, etc. And yeah, you start realizing that the business is a business. Yes, we do. It's important. Somebody has to do the business. Yeah, when we get old, we and it's even worse if you had a lot when you were young. You're like, nah. Testosterone. But you have, I've saw on Amazon one time that they had 1111. Let me take a screenshot. I always take screenshot because I have those 1111, 2222, etc. I have them like 4 times every day, and sometimes more. And I have a huge gallery of every time I take a screenshot. I probably have. I started taking the screenshot maybe 10 years ago, and maybe before. So I have thousands of pictures, thousands of 1111, 2222, free, 1 2 3 4 5. Sometimes I even have like 1234 of the 5th of June, like 5 6. Yeah, all the time. Yeah, listen, how many people, listen, there's 26 people watching right now, right? There's been already 156 people, and there's only 12 likes. Like Naja is saying, take the time, please, and like the video. It's important. It might not be important for you, but it really helps with YouTube because they see that people like, and they will find people like you to come and watch the show. So please, you just turn off the chat for a second and click the like button and come back, please. And the one person who disliked, fuck you. Do you prefer aloko, fufu, tia, Portuguese food or something? Asian food. Chinese food is my favorite food. Summer vibes, huh? What up, Michelle? You good? On a changé the song to make love. I do agree. It's crazy how that you make a beat in 10 minutes and all of a sudden you have, yeah. I'm still waiting for people to put the likes, huh? You make a song in 10 minutes, you make a beat in 10 minutes and you write the lyrics. I know that one I didn't write. I write the other one. I wrote Danse avec moi. Camnous wrote that one. But Danse avec moi, I wrote it like I just improvised it in the studio and in 10 minutes. And boom, you know. Merci beaucoup. Put some likes, people. Stardom is a problem because us broken people, we think stardom is the dream come true. Money, celebrity, you get it all. So why surviving? That's a good question. And I'm going to answer your question as soon as I start talking about the subject. The thing about it is, surviving, I'm going to explain to you. When I start talking about it, you will get it. And actually, what you are saying is part of my introduction to the subject. Surviving is not You're gonna get it. Oh, you're gonna get it. This in Shada, what up? Working smart, indeed. You know, it's this thing like when you start having dislikes, it means you're doing something great and you're starting to have success because the idiot starts coming. But we're here, don't worry. We block the people. We good. We have something in common. So when I come to your city, you can invite me to the Chinese. You see? Tu vois, bonheur, le problème n'est pas la question. Le problème est ta façon de poser la question. Parce que tu te dis, pourquoi parler en anglais? Je pourrais t'expliquer. Chez la délicieuse naturie, je parle en français. Délicieuse, je ne sais pas, je n'ai jamais goûté. Mais en vérité, le problème dans ta question, c'est qui cherches-tu à impressionner? Je parle 7 langues. Donc, ce n'est pas toi que je cherche à impressionner en tout cas. Et peut-être que les gens vont te répondre dans le chat. Je n'ai pas le temps à répondre à ta question à cause de la façon dont tu l'as pensé. Parce que si je cherchais à impressionner les gens, c'est pas ce que je ferais. Parler en anglais, c'est rien parler en anglais. Tout le monde parle anglais dans ce monde. I'm seeing a lot of stories you say about the music industry happens in it. Ooh, the music industry is crazy. You know how it is. Yeah, business. Listen, everywhere there's money, fame, and sex, drama happens. It's ego and etc. You know. Some people have stardom and fame, but may actually be broke. That is so true. And right now, a lot of them are. Your privacy can be robbed from you with stardom these days, especially in the US. It's crazy, and it is true. It's and listen, I'm gonna get to the subject. Those are a lot of things that we're gonna talk about. I'm still waiting for you to put those likes. There's 15 likes, 25 people. Put some likes. Yes, you can. You can completely, because it all depends on your contract. You might be famous and you don't make the money because, yeah, maybe if somebody else invests, of course they make the money, and maybe you. Let me put this a little bit. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you might actually. You might be famous, make some money for a year, right? And then you're still famous, but you don't make money anymore. This happens. Hey, listen, but this is good. The more people come, the more idiots come. And you know what we do with idiots? We just block them. So, they get to talk once, then at a point, boom. Look, for example, here's one that is bye, nigga. Because some people think they can come to your platform and create problems that don't exist and then come and waste my time. We don't have time to waste here. It's a positive place, and we are not interested in some people's message. So you do what you have to do. You block them. So then they can talk with who they want. And that's the beautiful thing. Sometimes those people will come, they will go create another account just so they can keep talking. You can keep blocking them. Those people are amazing. The idiots. Me too. I met a lot of people who are, and listen, we're going to get into the subject because that's exactly this. That's what I call surviving stardom, actually. Okay, I blocked somebody who thought they were intelligent. Qu'est-ce qui t'a fait émerger en tant qu'artiste? Yeah, a little bit of everything. Talent, hard work, connections, I guess, finding the right people at the right time, being at the right places at the right time, and knowing, I think more importantly, knowing how to enter a door when it's open, and not letting, knowing how to enter a door when it's open and take opportunities when they are presented to you. A lot of people, sometimes the opportunity is there and they let it go. Happens. Yep, exactly. Some people don't realize that when you spend money that is not yours, you end up owing it. It is what it is. So, well, listen, let's talk about the subject at hand, because so to go back to the subject. Where was I? What is stardom? The thing is this, like, stardom is, fame is special. Fame is a special kind of drug, because it's free, first of all, and it is given to you whether you want it or not. What I mean is that you can be famous for something you said, for a tweet, for a photo you post on Instagram, and you might be famous and you might not want to be famous. A lot of things that are, there's a lot of people who actually are artists and they don't want to be famous. Some people, they just want to be artists. Some people just want to... Salut Kubo, il faut que tu regardes, si tu parles bien anglais évidemment, j'ai un épisode qui s'appelle Building My Pyramids, où j'explique comment j'étais signé chez Sony pour mon premier album et mon deuxième album, et comment je suis parti et je suis devenu indépendant à partir de 2003. 2001. Ouais, 2001. So I was saying, yeah, I'm glad of that one. I'm proud of that one. Thanks. So the thing is this. First of all, you have to understand what is fame. Angry Black Man said that fame is the dream of people. I don't think so. Not everybody. And it is true that the media and society makes you think that that fame is fame and money and celebrity and being in all these places with all these people is the goal, because it's celebrated and it's shown in your face all the time in reality show and all these places. But first of all, I believe that all these things don't always go together. You see what I mean? So you said something. Let me go find your comment again because I liked it. Where is it? Oh my god, I lost it. There it is. No, wait. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Us broken people, we think stardom is the dream come true. Money, celebrity, you get it all. But the thing is this: I believe that stardom, money, fame are separate things. And some people want all of that. Some people want to be famous, they want to be rich, they want to fuck all the girls, they want to be in the boats, they want to have a big house, etc., etc. And if you are an artist, you might want to, how you say it? You might want to just work. Some people, all they want to do is work. They want to work. They want to showcase their art. Oh, hello you. Nature Eben, comment ça va? Stop sending me all the idiots. I'm joking. Thank you so much for supporting the show, sister. I hope you're good. Actually, I was watching your show today. I watched probably for an hour. I was just not chatting because I was taking care of my daughter at the same time, so I was not chatting. But yeah, it was an interesting subject, and I wanted to comment. Then I was like, oh, la flemme, because it's interesting for me. My mom is half white, so half Portuguese, half Congolese, and my father is full Congolese. So I grew up with, maman métisse. So it's interesting when you are the son of the person, and she's considered one of the most beautiful women at that time in Congo, her and her sister. So it's, that was an interesting subject. And then I was about to comment something or send you something about that Brazilian girl that you talked about. I was like, but then I was like, I'll call her tomorrow. So sorry, I didn't comment on the thing, but it was an interesting subject. Donc il y a un gars ici qui était là, il a dit qu'il t'a goûté, mais bon, on l'a déjà bloqué, donc on ne sait même plus qui c'est. J'ai déjà oublié son nom. He disappeared in oblivion. Oh. So where were we? On doit terminer notre conversation à 3 d'ailleurs. Anyway, I was saying, pourquoi le live est en anglais? Mais pourquoi pas? Parce que c'est une chaîne en anglais. Bisous, femme fière. En espérant que tu n'es pas la même personne. So I was saying, fame is some people, they just want to create. You see, Angry Black Man, some people, they just want to create and they don't want to be famous. They want to create and they want to live from their art. So let's imagine that you are an artist and you're not trying to be famous. You are just trying to create art. You are a painter or you are a singer, and yeah, so you are here trying to trying to create art, right? And the art that you're trying to create, let's say you do a song, you have this great song, and you are a great singer, and hey, you would love to be able to pay your rent as a singer, right? And somebody comes and say, hey, listen, I love your song, I want to help you out, or I want to pay for the music videos, whatever, I'll give you a percentage of the money, etc. You sign to a record label, and they don't think you're going to be a huge artist, right? And you don't even know, you don't want to be a huge artist. You just want to be able to sing, and you want to be able to do some shows, and you want to make money from your art so that you can, pay your rent and maybe and that's it, right? Then all of a sudden, oh, merci beaucoup, milliardaire 7. And imagine that all of a sudden you do that song, and that song explodes. And all of a sudden, instead of having, 10,000 fans who come to your shows, and you make, let's say, $5,000 or 5,000 euros per month, right? And you make that money, and you fine, and all of a sudden you make 500,000 per month, and all of a sudden you are famous, and people love you, but they love you so much that you become super famous. And let's say that you were used to going to do your groceries, you were used to chilling in with your friends in rest the same places that you used to go, etc., and all of a sudden, oh my god, like I was saying, some people, they create new accounts just so that they can keep saying the stupid things they say, and they need to be removed. I'm so sorry. I feel like I have to say bye bye, bitch. So, as I was saying, you here, right? You chilling, and all of a sudden, you cannot go anymore to the places that you used to go. You not go anymore to your favorite restaurant, and you cannot go to the clubs that you used to go. You might not be able to go to the shopping center that you used to love. Or maybe you like to buy your records yourself. Maybe you like vinyls. You're a vinyl collector, and you like to go to the store and to buy your vinyls or whatever. And all of a sudden, you cannot go to the shopping center anymore because the fans will go crazy. Or you cannot go to your favorite shop anymore, your favorite Chinese restaurant, because the paparazzis are now taking pictures of you, whatever you do. And let's say sometimes you want to go out, you like to go out in your pajamas and chill, and all of a sudden you have people who post pictures of you looking, just looking, looking, I would not say bad, but looking and they post photos of you, and they're like, oh, look, oh, ridicule, look how they look how the superstar wears, blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. Like, I I just wanted to sing, right? And that's what I'm saying. You might not, you might not, you might not even understand what it is to be famous. Some people, merci beaucoup, Trésor Kaba. Some people, thanks for supporting Club Shada. Some people, they just want to sing. They might not necessarily want to be famous. And there was something you said in your comment that was that people want to, the dream is to be rich, famous, and a superstar. It's not the dream of everybody. Some people, they just want to sing. They might not want to be famous. They might not want to be a superstar. They might just want to be, they want their songs to everybody buy your song. The problem is when somebody buy your song and they love your songs, you might end up if you have 1 million people buying your songs and then you become famous because all these people love you or they relate to you, people will have different type of reactions and you might not be prepared for that. As a person, I'm not talking about as a singer or as an artist. You might enjoy making money, but you might not enjoy people coming to your life. Listen, look, for example, you might want here, you do a show because you want to spend some time with people and share quality time with quality people, you guys, right? And you do it in a language that is English so that everybody can understand. Because you have people from Portugal, you have people from China, you have people from England, you have people in the USA, you have people from everywhere. And if you start talking in French, people will complain. Those who speak English, and if I do a show in Portuguese, the people who speak French, they will be like, hey, I don't understand, etc. So you choose English because it's the international language, right? And then you're gonna have people who's gonna ask you the question, but in a nice way. Hey, why is the show in English? Well, the show's in English because it's a choice, and it's a choice so that everybody is able to understand at least. And I would do it in French if I only had French people watching. I could do it in Portuguese as well sometimes, and depending on where I'm it's great for me because I can speak so many languages. But not everybody understand French, for example, in my audience, or not everybody understand Portuguese in my audience. So English is just the medium choice. And if I was not famous, people might just come and say, hey, oh, it's in French. How come? Oh my God, I don't understand everything. Oh, I'm so sorry. Time to learn. Good. And if you really don't understand nothing, watch something else. But you're more happy to welcome to stay and chill. But then because you are famous, some people will think that it's great to be extra. And now they're going to come and say, yeah, why do you speak in English? Who are you trying to impress? And you're going to be like, why are people like that? And these, for example, are the type of things that happen when you're famous. You have people that will come to you and they will say, yeah, why you wear sunglasses? Who you think you are? And you're going to be like, well, why do you care, motherfucker? Why does it matter to you? How do I wear? What do I speak? What does it matter? Why don't you just chill and live your life? And, I don't like you. How can you like me or not like me if you don't know me? It makes no sense, right? But when you become famous, nobody tells you all these things. And that's why I said surviving fame. Surviving stardom is not only a conversation about how to navigate fame, but also how to navigate after fame. And nobody talks to you about that when you are famous. People are just telling you this is the dream, like you said. Oh, you're out of poverty. Or, oh, you're going to have a lot of money. Oh, you're going to make a lot of money. Oh, you're going to have all these women that want to be with you. Oh, you're going to be able to go everywhere for free. You will never do the line again, etc., etc., etc. You see what I mean? Bon, ça, c'est des bons commentaires. Ça c'est des bons... I'm joking. So, now, imagine that. Let's go back to my example of artist. She just wants to sing her songs, right? She just wants... is it the same person? So, imagine that you are that girl. She just wants to sing her song, right? And if she can make money from that, it's amazing because that's her passion. So now what you love to do the most, which is writing songs and singing them, becomes also your work, right? And because your songs are popular, it also becomes the reason why people love you. People that you have never met, all of a sudden, they say that you are amazing, that they love you, that they cannot live without you, that they cry with you, they listen to your songs, etc., etc. And when they see you, they have strange reactions. They might go from, it might be, oh my God, I love you so much, or oh my God, I love your songs so much. You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? You might be here with where you are going somewhere and you meet strangers, right? Because for you, they are strangers. For them, they know you and they love you because they relate to your songs. And then some things can happen. People are young, depending on their age. What they want to say is, I love your work, I love your music. But instead of saying that, they say, I love you. And then you become famous. And listen, when you meet people that say, I love your music, it's fine. You're going to meet people that say, I love you. You want to tell them, you don't really love me. You love my art. But it's fine. It's love, right? Let's say now that you meet somebody, they say, I love you. I love your music. And I want to touch you. I want to... And then that's when you realize that, oh shit, you might need security in some places because you don't know how people will react. And then you will have other people. They will say, I don't like you. And the same thing. You don't like my work, but why don't you like me? Oh, I don't like you because you pretend this, or you wear sunglasses, or you think you all that. But how do you know how I think I am if you don't know me? And then you will have people, they just hate you. They just hate you because you are famous. You see what I mean? Give me a second. I have to. So, and because people, exactly what you said, Young people are very sensitive and emotional and easily get uh, caught up in emotions of social media popularity and fame due to insecurities as well. Imagine that. And now you become the vessel and the center and the one who is the focus of this emotion, this unstable emotion. And you have people who will either love you too much or hate you for things that have nothing to do with you. You are just somebody who's just trying to express who they are. You see what I mean? And this all of a sudden yeah. And all of a sudden you hear and you are all of a sudden you find yourself being the center of too much love and too much hate, when all you asked for and all your dream was being able to chill, make good music, and you see what I mean? Make good music and yeah, make enough money to buy a house for your mom, for example. That might be your only dream. You see what I mean? Pourquoi le gars il met des time out? Mais il ne faut pas time out. Il faut virer. C'est bon, j'ai viré. Yeah, I was saying. You might be in this thing where you might be here and all you want to do, and listen, I'm going to talk about me. As when I was young, my parents had money. So having a lot of money was never really my dream. Having my own money was my dream. But I was not born poor. So I never dreamed of surviving. I just dreamed of making my music. And that's all I wanted to do. And I want to impress my parents, not people that I don't know. I'm not interested in impressing strangers. I want my dad and my mom to be proud of me. That's all I'm interested in. And I want the people who enjoy my art and that enjoy me to be happy after watching me on a live or seeing me on social media or on a live or on a concert. I just want to put smile on people's faces. And bon, les jaloux doivent maigrir aussi, donc c'est bon aussi quand ils maigrissent un peu, mais that's not my goal. And all of a sudden, I get famous around 18 by being underground, an underground rapper. So I was like young, skinny, dreadlocks, performing all around Paris in the underground scene. Paris, Brussels, Holland, Congo. And I'm starting to make my name, right? And to me, I would have never thought that being famous meant having people that hate you. To me, I had no idea until I remember one guy came to me with his friends, and I had my friends as well. And my friends were like, yo, what's going on? Like, what do you want? And the guy was like, oh, I want to stab him. I was like, he wants to stab me. Imagine, I'm 18 or 19. I don't know nothing about the world. I was born with rich parents, beautiful model mom, rich politician father. I think the whole world is full of nice people. I think the world is full of amazing people, and everybody love each other, and the world is, I I've been so protected until I was 18, because I would wake up in the morning, have my breakfast already done by the maid, then have the driver wait for me at the entrance of the apartment. Me and my sisters and brothers, we go to the car. The drivers take us to school. We go to school. We learn. I'm in a school full of white kids, and they're all rich. They're all probably owners of all the brands right now. And once I'm done with that, I get out of school. My driver is here. I go to the car and I go back home. And the rest of the time, if I have to go somewhere, if I travel with my parents. So it's Disney World. It's at 15, I was at Disney World. We went to all these places, New York, China, all these places. And everywhere we go, big hotel for rich people and drivers. And look, so I don't know nothing about the rough life until I'm 18, right? So when I say I want to sing, I'm at the university, I'm getting good grades, I'm learning economy, etc. And all of a sudden, I do this song that is starting to be big on the underground, and people are starting to like me. And people are starting to tell me, hey, come to this city, perform. And me, listen, I live in Paris, in the rich neighborhood, 16e arrondissement. So there's the 16th district. It's like for the richest people, they live there. And I have no clue that this city is the ghetto, or that city is this or that. I have no idea of all that shit at that time, right? So I start going out there to perform. And every time I go to places to perform, I get more and more haters. Because I'm cute, I think, or people think, because my songs are nice, because I have the style, because I have the flow, whatever is the reason, I start getting haters. And I don't understand. You see what I mean? Ah, Maro, vraiment, tu bloques les gens juste parce qu'ils disent je veux devenir un chanteur comme ça. Quand même. Ça, c'est du zèle quand même. Anyway, tu fais ton job, je fais le mien. Yeah. All of a sudden, I start having guys who come to me in the club. And listen, a lot of time, Lil Maro. A lot of time, Lil Maro was there as a friend and a fellow beat maker, but he was also security. And a lot of times, Lil Maro would moderate. He would do what he's doing now in the chat. He would do this in the clubs in real life. Some people have a problem. They come to me, all of a sudden Lil Mauro is in front of them. Lil Mauro is a mountain. And they're like, yeah, what up? And you want to get slapped by Lil Mauro, you will sleep for a week. And no, but he was talking to this girl that I like. And that's not my problem. Get the fuck out of it. That was Lil Mauro. Most of the time, I was just chilling. And I was like, and then Lil Mauro would be like, yeah, this guy was, and I was like, but why? What? I didn't do nothing. So listen, let me go back to my story. This guy comes out of nowhere and he says, I want to stab him. And people are like, stab him for what? So listen, we are in 94. And me, I'm like, but what did I do? I don't like him. He's always with his glasses. He think he's all that. Who you think he is? Da, 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 da. And me, I'm like, I have the right to put any accessory I want. This is not a reason to stab somebody. And I don't know who was there. Maybe it was Lil Mauro. No, 94. That was before. I don't know who was there. But I tell people, listen, hey, let me talk to the guy because he was another singer. And I was like, bro, like, what did I do to you? He was like, no, you did nothing to me. I said, but why would you want to stab me? He said, no, but there's this girl called Gabriella. I really like her. I said, okay. But do you know who I'm talking about? I said, yeah, Gabriella, the Cap Virgin girl. I said, yeah, listen, I really love her. I really like her. I love her. I said, okay. And what does it have to do with me? And he was like, well, she likes you. She likes you. She thinks you're a great singer. She thinks this, she thinks that. Je t'expliquerai, Mao. And the guy's like, yeah, every time I talk to her and I want to tell her that I like her, like she tells me that she likes you and that you're such a great singer and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, what does this have to do with me? Because I don't even talk to her like that. From time to time, I see her in the club, that's it. But I never did something with her, and I don't plan in doing something with her. I didn't even know that she liked me. Yeah, but it pissed me off because I was like, bro, you want to stab me for a girl that you didn't tell her that you like her, and she keeps telling you that she likes me, and I'm not even hearing the conversation. And she was like, yeah, but you playing with her because you being there charming, and you don't tell her that you don't like her. I'm like, but you know what? Yo, Gabriella, I called the girl. I said, hey, listen, sorry to be so blunt, but between you and me, there will never be nothing. I'm not interested. And the girl starts crying. And I'm like, oh, shit. So the girl was sad. And she left the club. Heartbroken. And I look at the guy and I'm like, okay for you? And he's like, yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. So after a week, I come back to the club. I think it was Diamant Noir. No. Was it Diamant Noir or was it what's the fuck? Lil Mauro, what was the name of that club? you know, the club 15e arrondissement, where we used to go all the time. La Seine? I think it was La Seine. Was La Seine? Whatever. So me and Lil Maro, the next day, that's probably 95, 96, I don't remember. Now, whatever. We go back to the club. And when we arrive in the club, I see the guy again. And the guy who wanted to stab me last week, he's super smiling now. Yo, brother, oh, thank you so much. Oh, you clarified everything. I'm like, all right, well, listen, glad I could help. So, did you get the girl? Like, did you tell her how you feel? Did you conclude something? And he's like, no, she doesn't want to talk to me ever again. But I'm happy because things are clear now. And I know that she knows that you don't want her, and she knows that I love her, but she doesn't love me, and she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. And I'm like, I look at Lil Maro like, Lil Maro look at me like, and non, c'était pas l'Alizé. Non. 15e arrondissement. Birakem. Je crois que c'était la Seine. And I look at the guy, and listen, this is before my albums come out. I'm just famous in the underground. So like, I'm not making no money. I still live at my parents' house. Like people know me. And listen, when you want to sing because you want to express yourself. You don't want to sing for crazy people to want to stab you because of girls that you don't care about. And when you get famous, all these things arrive. Look, we're here in a live stream. It's 3 a.m. in Paris, 2 a.m. in Portugal. And some people, L'Aquarium, thank you. That was the name of the club. It's 3 a.m. in Paris, 2 a.m. in Portugal. I don't know what time it is out there, but it's the middle of the night. And you have people, they come to your live stream and they think that you are interested in whatever they have to say. You see what I mean? And you need to have moderators in your chat that can block the niggas, because they don't like. Don't you have something else to do with your life? Lil Maro was mixing. You see what I mean? And all of a sudden, you got these people who they will just spend their time. I don't know what they do. I don't know what is and like sometimes it's the same person who will create multiple accounts just for that. And I mean, do something else with your time. Do something else with your life. Like, go cook something. Go. You see what I mean? Like, and those are the things that when you are famous, you might not be thinking that was part of the contract. That you must accept that now you have to listen to what the idiots think as well, because you are on a public platform and you are with people who enjoy what you have to say, And we are in a world where people have unlimited choice. Right now, there's probably 1 million people who are live streaming. And you have access to all the series in the world, and you have access to all the content in the world. Content and information is unlimited, and some people will deliberately choose to come troll you instead of doing something that is, I don't know, go tell your mom you love her. Like, but no, they come here in the chat and nobody cares. Like, nobody is interested in what they have to say, but they believe that it's their right. It's so strange. Bonne nuit, Kelly. It is so strange to me. And when I talk about surviving fame, it's that, listen, I'm a person, both my parents are famous. My cousins are famous. I don't get shaken by comments on the internet. I kind of don't care. And it kind of make me laugh more than anything, especially trolls. I'm like, I don't even lose my concentration. I'm just like, okay, you said what you had to say. You done? Block, because I don't even need to have conversation with those people. But imagine somebody, let's go back to my little imaginary artist, woman. Maybe she's super sensitive. Maybe she's not like me. I've been famous for my whole life. So I'm 47. And I know how to navigate in there. Some people, they don't know how to navigate in there, and they don't know how to shield themselves for the things people are saying. They don't know how to read something stupid and not care. Some people are sensitive and they care about everything. So all of a sudden they get bullied by people. Because those people, mediocrity always find friends. Mediocre people find other mediocre people, and they can decide to be 100, and they all send each other messages. Yo, hey, this guy blocked me. Let's go there. Let's go. Let's all go. And you hear live streaming, chilling, having conversation with people, and all of a sudden you have a bunch of people arriving out of nowhere. And they all start invading your chat and sending you negative energy. And if you are like me and like us at Club Shada, because we built this community this way, we built a community where we don't care. We are not interested with the bullshit, and we don't really care. We'd rather stay small than be huge and full of crap, because the quality is more interesting than the quantity for us, right? So, hello Solange. But all of a sudden, if you are hey Irvin, imagine you are this young girl who is doesn't know how to navigate there. And all of a sudden you have people who hate you or who try to sabotage your happiness everywhere you go. Not only online, but also, like I told you the story about the DJ. I arrive somewhere, I'm so happy, my song is working, and he just comes and he tells me, hey, in 6 months, nobody will know you. Enjoy your little fame, you little fucker. And I almost cried to sleep, because I was like, what did I do to you? You know, when you get famous, there's a question. I mean, everybody has their, some people, they really want to be famous. Me, I really never cared about that. So, But when you get famous, you have people, they don't like you, and you are trying to find the logic where there's no logic. You're there in bed, and instead of thinking of the millions of beautiful messages that you receive online, you're going to think about those 2 tweets, those 2 negative people, and whatever message they say, like, this album is crap, or I hate this guy, for whatever they say, you're going to think about that. And it makes no sense. And some people like me are strong enough and trained, and some people, they're alone in this. They're alone in what people think is the dream that is fame. Fame is not only the good things. Fame is also all the people who all of a sudden they think they can say whatever they want. And when you say, hey, listen, maybe you don't like my music, but you don't know me. So say you don't like my music, or say it's not for you, and then move on. Or don't say nothing. Leave those who enjoy. And they will always reply to you, hey, we buy the music so we can say whatever we want. No, maybe you didn't even buy the music. And you're like, if you don't like it, why are you here? But I'm here because I have the right to be here, and I have the right to say I don't like it. And you're like, but why don't you do something else with your life? And it never made sense to me. But I've seen other people abandon music, abandon their passion because of that. I've seen women be harassed by strangers online and offline. And I did shows where I'm performing. Everybody's happy. And all of a sudden there's one guy who comes to the front of the public, and he starts yelling, fuck you, you motherfucker, you can't sing, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, and if I want to have fun, I stop the show and I'm like, yeah, well, so what do you want exactly? I want to tell you, you can't sing. Okay, so why are you here? I'm here because I'm waiting for you to finish so I can... So yeah, but why are you in front? People are enjoying. Why don't you just go in the back? Oh, fuck you. Okay. You done? No, I'm not done. Go on then. and then you realize some people, they don't even know why they're here. They don't even know why they... And maybe sometimes they hate the fact that you are taking all the attention, and they feel a way that the little attention they had, they didn't have. I don't know. So they just want to say something so that they remove the attention from you and me. I'm like, yeah, I'm sharing the attention. Yeah, tell us what you want to say. Go ahead. And then I realize they have nothing to say. So I look at the security and I say, take them out of this fucking club. And they get taken out of the club. And I'm like, listen, this was my last song. If you were a little patient, and you would just survive this last 10 minutes, then you would go back to having your attention. I don't know. Anyway, Kaysha, and everybody go back to the show, and we... But in my head, I'm like, it makes no sense. And okay, let's go back to, oh my God, there's been so many comments. where were we before Mr. Limaru come and do some cleaning? Where were we? I remember we were here. So that if you have too many followers on IG, you might get recognized on the street by strangers. That's low budget fame with no paycheck. That can be annoying too. That is so true. You can have so many followers on IG that they love your photos and stuff, but if you don't know the business that you can make out of it, which is if you're an influencer and you can have people pay you to wear something or to talk about something, you might end up exactly having everybody think that you are famous and you have money, and you don't. And then people recognize you on the street, and then you might fall in that game where you want to now make people believe that you are, maybe you were just going to McDonald's to get your $3 hamburger because that's all you can afford, and now you cannot go because you don't want them to see that you're going there, because you don't want them to think that you're cheap because you got lost in the content game. And you have all these women who they pretend that they're living a good life and they're here and and they go to these fancy restaurants and stuff on Instagram, and they kind of forget reality. Reality is sometimes, listen, you're just famous, but you don't make money. And same thing for artists. There's a lot of artists that, because of whatever the reason, bad contracts, integrity, whatever the reason is, they don't make money, or they made money at a point and they don't make money anymore. Because you can be famous 10 years ago and people still love your songs and people still enjoy you, but it's been 10 years that you didn't do new songs, and so at a point shows are dried up. And if you don't own your content, you don't own your catalog, you don't own your YouTube channel, you didn't use your brand power to create something that was yours, you might not be making money from your music anymore. And maybe that maybe you still get $100 every 3, 4, 6 months of copyright, especially in the streaming world. And maybe from your intellectual rights, when your song plays in the radio from time to time, maybe you make, I don't know, every 3 months, 300, but that's not enough to live. So maybe you went back to normal life. You see what I mean? And you might go back to having a job, or, just going back to something traditional. And some people, they don't live that well, or the struggle is back. You see what I mean? Because all of a sudden, maybe you do one show every 6 months, and if that's your only source of revenue, you might be struggling. Or maybe COVID arrived and you were doing one show a month because it's been forever since you did a song, but you still have, that little show here and there that can help you survive. And now there's been a year and a half without shows, and all of a sudden you have nothing. And this is the reality of a lot of artists right now. I'm not talking about the big celebrities. I'm talking about normal artists who who sing zouk, kizomba, hip hop. But a lot of artists, they make a show, they pay what they have to pay, and then they need to make another show to keep paying. And that's exactly something that I realized at a point. I was like, I don't want to live like this. And I'm talking about when I was making a ton of shows. I was like, wait a minute, I'm making a ton of shows, but I need to save money. I need to do this. That's when I start entering the content game. I was like, there's more money behind the scene. There's more money being a stadium owner than a football player. And listen, I also know some football players that used to make $100K per month, and they have nothing anymore. Why? Because they didn't handle They didn't know how to handle. They didn't pay their taxes. They whatever, or they have 5 girls and cost those 5 girls and their travels and their rents and the bags that they want and whatever. It costs the guy maybe 110 per month instead of 100, and you only make 100K a month, but you're spending 110 on all the trips, all the things, all the restaurants, and you only want to go to a certain type of place, etc., etc., and then you leave over your money. And some people are gonna be like, how can you make 100K and still spend all that money in a month? It's possible, because the more money you make, the more things you pay. Listen, I live it. The more money I make, the more expensive my life is. And I'm not a guy who, I don't buy stuff. I don't buy expensive cars. I'm not that guy. I'm not interested in those things. But yeah, listen, kids' school, the neighborhood where I am, the prices of everything is more expensive because of where I live. And then I'm fine. I handle it. But then I'm like, wait a minute. Like 3 years ago, I was not able to, 10 years ago, I was not able to afford all that I'm affording. And I was living well. Now that I make 3 times more money than I used to make 10 years ago, how do I spend 3 times money? The 3 times the money? Well, simple. Taxes, social security, insurance for the kids, for you, the wife, this, that, food, Uber Eats. But it just piles up, and then you realize that, damn, I need to make 2 times what I'm making. So you work hard to make 2 times, and when you arrive there, you will realize that you are also spending 2 times, because who knows, maybe you will have a bigger house, so you will maybe need the maid to come 2 times a week instead of 1, and then this, that, who knows. Until you reach a certain point where you have way too much money, you still realize that the more money you have, the more money you spend. And if one day you make less money and you got the habits of spending hard, and you're not somebody who knows how to handle that, or like those football players that I was talking, listen, you make 100K and you have all these girls that want to be with you, but you have to choose one. But if you're young and you don't have the experience, instead of choosing one, you will choose all of them. You see what I mean? You will have all the, you will start having people that, like those football players, you make 100K, and instead of investing in houses and stuff, you're buying bags for girls that you just want to fuck, and you end up at the end of your career having nothing. And I know some of them. Same thing for artists. I know a lot of artists, when they get a little bit famous and they start making a little bit of money, they want to impress the people that they don't know and they don't like. I don't know why. But this is the whole, all this is the survival of fame. A lot of people, nobody tells you about all that. What are we gonna do? Wait, I lost a lot of comments. Wait. Okay. Where was I? Okay. I like this quote. Yep, that's true. That's true, because they all of a sudden they get famous. You know, it's something about fame that I always said. Fame is like, it should be like a staircase. Meaning that you get famous slowly and you go up, 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 up. Same thing as money. You start making a little bit and a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. So that once you get up there, super famous or super rich, you know how to handle. The problem of reality shows or people who get famous overnight is that all of a sudden they get exposed to a lot of money or a lot of fame, a lot of light to them, And then after a year, all the money is gone, all the fame is gone, and then they get frustrated or they get miserable. And you need, for that kind of thing to be, you need to learn to, if you took the elevator, you have to learn on the spot how to handle. Listen, fame brings so many fake friends, and you don't know they are fake friends because maybe you never had friends, and all of a sudden everybody loves you. All of a sudden, like, oh, you could not ever get a girl, and all of a sudden you can get all of the girls. So instead of being smart and just choosing one that you like and that it seems like a great person, you will take everything you can, and then you end up being used by the system. And this is what happens to a lot of reality shows contestants. They get super famous for very quick out of a sudden, and if they are very smart and they had a plan in their head, they use that fame quick and the money that arises for, they know like, okay, I have 2 years to turn this into something tangible. So they use that to create the basis of their business, of whatever. They open the YouTube channel, they make movies, they do whatever they can. And then when the fame from the reality show starts fading, they created their own brand, and then they continue marching. But most of these people are too young to understand everything that I'm saying. So they get super famous and they get invited, they get paid to go to parties, all these things. They go to all these interviews and they think everybody will love them forever. And then when there's the new season of the reality show, everybody is done with them. So this is why now you have people that become professional reality show goers. They go from one show to another because they are craving the fame that brings the money, that brings the millions of followers, and maybe the brands that give them something. But they don't understand that it's a business. They just I just want to be famous, and this is why a lot of them, they also commit suicide, or they go bad because, yeah, listen, all of a sudden you have all the love in the world, and maybe you're gonna say something that the way you used to talk usually, and all of a sudden this love that you had turns into all the hate of the world, and nobody is ready for that. A lot of people are not ready for that. A lot of people are now ready to have money. And listen, when I say money, I'm not talking about 1 million. I'm talking about 50,000 in your bank account. A lot of people are not ready to have 50,000 in their bank account because they don't know what they're gonna do with it. They don't have a plan. I know a guy. He makes like 3,000. Wait, his rent was, I don't know. Let's say, I know some guys. The rent of their house is like 1,000, and they make 30,000 in one time because of whatever. And they say, yo, I have 30,000. I'm gonna do this. And I tell them, listen, how much is your rent? Oh, my rent is 800. So I'm like, okay, your rent is 800. Oh, thank you so much, Bruno. Thank you so much for the support. I tell them, if your rent is 800, take 10,000 and give to your landlord and pay yourself 1 year of rent. So 800 by 10, so that's 11,600, but let's say 12,000, whatever. Take of the 30K you have, take 1 year of rent and pay your rent. Now you have 20K, almost 20K left for whatever you have to do. The other 5K that you have, buy yourself a little bit of independence. If you have a show on YouTube, buy your new camera. If you are a singer, buy yourself a studio at home so you don't need a producer and you can record your stuff and release it yourself. Invest in your future and put a little bit on the side and have fun with 5,000. That's more than enough. And when you go have fun, don't stop buying the bottles for all your friends. No, keep having everybody pay their share, because 5,000 is not a lot of money. It is and it's not. So, try to see if you can survive with these 5,000 plus the shows that you're going to do and whatever. Try to survive with that as long as possible, and try to keep 10,000 on the side for bad days. And the good thing that's going to happen is that since you pay your rent for a year, you don't have this stress anymore for a whole year. And you have a whole year to figure out if you can find another way to make another magic 30K. And every time you make one, pay another 1 year of rent, or maybe start investing in a house, whatever. And a lot of people, because they don't have this way of thinking, what they keep doing is they see the money as easy, and whenever the money arrives, they spend it all in few chill stuff, brands, a bag, shirts, shoes, etc., so they can impress people that they don't like and that don't like them. And then they come, and when the money is dry, they try to do another show, or they try to do another way to get money again. And then they get inside of the prison of the shows, or the prison of the reality shows, or the prison of whatever it is, their business. And one day, for whatever reason, everything can stop. Just like that. One day, poof, no more shows. Because, I don't know, people moved on, there's new kids in the block, and you are not relevant anymore, whatever. And all of a sudden, you didn't have a whole year rent paid, or you didn't buy a house or whatever, and all of a sudden you are stuck in the limbo of not knowing what to do. And you get depressed, you get stressed, so you try to sell your show for half the price. And now people will exploit you, and now you're fucked. And a lot of people don't realize that about fame. Because I believe that yeah, they are. I believe that people people, people are obsessed with the idea of being famous, and they believe that it's so great to be famous, when, just like everything in life, it comes with the good side and the bad side. The good side, you go for free everywhere, you drink for free, people know you, people whatever, right? You go places, people want to do photos. It's great. It's great for your ego. You go in the shopping mall and people want to do photos. It's amazing for the ego. Until one day you want to go buy bread, and you in a hurry, and you are sick, and you look like shit, and you dress like shit, and people want to do a photo, and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna post me like that on Instagram. And they're like, I'm so sorry, I cannot do a photo like this. I don't look great. And they're like, who do you think you are? I was your number one fan. I loved you so much. This is how you treat your fans, motherfucker. And you're like, or you wanna go to the shopping, and you wanna go to the movies, and the movie is starting in 2 minutes, and people want to do photos. And of course you're gonna be like, okay, but quick, because I really don't have time. I'm sorry, the movie's gonna start, and I'm with my wife, or my girlfriend, or my boyfriend, and people, they're like, yeah, just quick photos, and then they look, oh, I don't like myself. Can we do it again? Okay, quick, and then when you're like, I'm so sorry, it's time, then their mother is like, oh, that's his work. He's have to stay do all your photos until we're done with him. And you're like, hey, I'm not an object. And Sometimes people think you're an object. People think you are a trophy. People think like, listen, I've told you stories about you're about to be with a girl in the bed and you realize that she just wants to be with you because you're famous. And some people will use that, right? But some others, they were like, oh, you know, it's a double-edged sword. And you have to know how to navigate. And especially, even if everything is fine about fame, right? People never tell you how to survive fame. When I talk about survive fame, is after. When you are not famous anymore. Some people, they're scared to get a regular job at the post office or at McDonald's or anywhere because they're like, yeah, but they will recognize me. Say, so what? You working, you're doing your job, and it's fine. Like, you are a decent individual trying to work to feed your family. And it's so funny when people that work at McDonald's will mock you for working at McDonald's. Some people, it seems like some people are funny because whoever was famous is not famous anymore. And now they're mocking you for not being famous when it's not your fault. Sometimes you are famous because your song was great and people loved it. And then you're not famous anymore because people just moved on from you. And it doesn't mean that you're not a great singer anymore or whatever. It's just people just moved on. Happens. But some people are going to be mean because, yeah, look at the comment section. Look at the chat. Some people, I don't know, they have nothing else to do. And they're going to be happy that you're not famous anymore. And nobody prepares you for that, for landing. So because nobody prepares you for landing, so landing from fame, usually it's a crash. And you are between the mockery, between not knowing what to do, between being scared of whatever. Oh, listen. You might be used to whenever you go out, people that want to do photos with you. And maybe now you go out and nobody wants to do photo with you. And it might make you feel something. I don't care personally, but some people get used to fame. You know, they get used to, going in a club without paying, without doing the line. And all of a sudden they're doing the line. And some people, it might mess with you if you never thought in your life that it would be over one day. And listen, it just, hey. Okay, listen, I was not looking at the chat. I was just talking. Let me see. Okay. What did Lil Maro do? People who cannot compete become haters. It is so true. Live your damn life and get your hustle on and understand that people are going to hate you regardless of what you do. You got to be grateful. You need haters. The philosopher Kate Williams is true. Cat Williams. It is true. You're gonna have haters. It's sad. It's the thing with me is I trying to find a logic in it and I never found it, but I understand why. Some people, they get, I don't know, they feel sad that somebody else is over them and they feel disrespected by that when it has nothing to do with you. You see what I mean? But hey, what are we gonna do? Oh, that was a long time ago, that comment. Wait, let me go. Okay. Dealing our broken people. Blah, 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 blah. Is there any artist that you get inspired by? All of them. I get inspired by music in general. Hey, Sirène des Îles, send me an email because I was seeing something in my backstage of my store. I think you ordered something in the store. I'm not sure if it's you, but I think the email was Tiran Désir. So if it was you who ordered something, I think they tried to, if it's in Canada, right? I think they tried to deliver and maybe they could not. So, or maybe check out, make sure that, because I'm not sure, but send me an email. Unless you already received your package. Yeah, that's what I said, exactly. Some people are sensitive and they're not ready for that. I don't know what I said, but yeah. Never hurt yourself because of other people. That is so true. That is very true, Solange. If you can say something good about somebody, just shut up. That is a very nice quote. I should actually add it to. Wait, I'm adding this quote because I like it. If you can't say something good about somebody, just shut the fuck up. I'm adding this quote in my treasure of quotes. Oh, the chat is busy tonight. That's for real. That is for real. That's true what you say. People don't realize words. And like when you get famous, you have to shield yourself from words, because if you only know 10 people and only 10 people know you, the only people who can say something painful to you are your 10 people that you trust and you know. So it's your clan, it's yours. So sometimes, yeah, you hurt your friends hurt you because you are fighting or whatever, but then, you patch up and you make up. But when it's strangers, sometimes you're not ready. Sometimes, you're going to sing a song and you're going to do your career. And some people will come talk about your physique, which makes no sense. Why are you talking about my physique when I'm here to sing? Why do you care about how I look when we are supposed to talk about my song? And I remember this artist. She had a huge hit in the Zouk world. She had a huge hit, but she was very shy as a person. Sonia Dersion. She was super shy. And on stage, she kind of didn't move. She was just like, naturel, that's it. But she was not really like, she was a shy person. And I'm not sure if I had a conversation with her, but I think one day she told me, look, I don't like being famous. And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, oh, listen, I'm really enjoying the fact that I have fans, that people love my songs, etc., etc. But I mean, I don't like this attention, and I don't like people who cared about who I am with, who's my boyfriend, like all these things. Or like, why do they care? You see what I mean? And I was like, well, I see what you mean. It was like, and she was like, I mean, I love singing my songs, but I mean, I don't want to be like you guys. You sing, you dance, you do choreographies, whatever. I just like to sing. I came to sing. I didn't come to, dress a certain way, be like a diva, whatever. And I was like, I understand what you mean. I remember doing a studio session with her. I produced a track on her album, and I also invited her on one of my albums. And when we did the studio session, she was so shy to sing on in the studio that I told everybody to leave. There were some friends, whatever. I told everybody, please, can you go to the office, order some food, order some pizza, whatever, chill, and we will call you when we are done recording, when I start mixing, because she cannot deal with all the energy in the room. She just needs to be fine. And what I did, I remember I sent somebody to buy some candles. I closed all the lights in the studio and I just put some candles in there just to see what I was doing. I turned the lights on my side and I started recording her. And I was like, "Are you comfortable now?" And she was like, "Yeah, thank you." I was like, "Okay, let's record." And then we recorded the song fast. But when there was a lot of people, in my studio session, everybody's laughing, everybody's talking, everybody's like, and she could not handle it. And you have to protect that energy. And I know how to do it because I know how to handle artists. But when you end up being with, when you are outside and there's no Kaysha to protect you, or your production maybe doesn't care about that, or they don't really realize that you need that. Listen, sometimes you take the plane with your manager or with a booking agent that is not really somebody who's protecting your interest. They're just here to take the money and make sure that nothing happens to you, like physically harm you, but they don't really care about your space. If you are a very sensitive person like her and you end up going to this big festival where maybe there's going to be like 10,000 people, 50,000 people plus 10 other artists, and then the backstage is like, even if everybody has their own backstage, everybody's like meeting in this place where there's everybody, and you're going to end up with some artists that are seeking fame, some people that are too much, whatever, and some people that bring people from the public on the other side, whatever, and all of a sudden you don't feel safe. And then you might end up in a place where everywhere you go, you perform, there's always a risk or somebody going crazy or whatever. Or maybe one day you do this show and you're a woman and the security doesn't react or whatever. Maybe there's something that the security had to take care of, so the stage is not secure, and all of a sudden you have like guys that jump on the stage and they try to hug you, whatever, and all of a sudden you don't feel safe anymore. And listen, me, every show I do, I always ask for somebody to be there, security. I need at least one person on my right, one person on my left, that I can tell them, hey, because you never know. And sometimes girls like her, they just realize that I don't want to be here. And they are amazing singers doing amazing songs. And we lose them as singers because they don't want what comes with it. They want to sing. They want to express themselves. But they don't want everything that comes with being famous, which means being exposed, having your life exposed, having your secrets exposed, everybody knowing who you are with, everybody talking about who you are with, not being able to have a romantic dinner without somebody taking a photo of people seeing you, whatever it is. You might be super protective of your space or your children or your family or your parents or your brothers, whatever. And all of a sudden, when you say, hey, I want to sing, I want to make money from my work, but I don't want the rest. And people reply to you, hey, you choose this. We are owned, knowing everything. And hey, if you didn't want this, you should have chosen another job. And I'm like, fuck you guys. It's not up to you to decide. First of all, like, It's I mean, listen, me, I navigate fine, right? But I had some times where I was like, I mean, listen, why do people care about people's sexuality? Why do people care about this? That I understand. You're famous, they love you, they want to know everything about you. But can they eat is they know they want it, but are they own this? There's a difference between the two. And the problem with a lot of fans and a lot of music listeners or a lot of people is that they don't understand that what they want is not something that is owned. It's not a right. It's something, yeah, you want to know everything about me? Great. You will know what you will know. But you don't have the right to know everything because I'm famous or because you bought a CD. You bought a CD, it costs you $10, you have your CD, the transaction is done. I don't owe you anything anymore. Because in the CD, there's the music you bought. It's the same thing as when you buy a milk. You don't owe the cow or the milk factory. They don't owe you nothing other than, is the milk good? It's good, fine. Come again and buy some more. And in fame, there's this thing where some fans believe that they can do and they can say everything. And even worse, the people who are not your fans, who are not your supporters, who don't come and support you with a super chat, they think they can come and say whatever they want. And they think, oh, listen, you're a public person, so public can say what they want. Fuck you. No, they can't. You decide what are your limits. And it's harder and harder with the internet. Back in the days, you had like in France, we had a girl called Mylène Farmer. Nobody knew nothing about her. She would appear, do her shows, and then she would disappear. And then she would reappear, do her show. Everybody would go crazy. All the fans were there, etc. And then after that, she disappears again. But in the age of social media, internet, Instagram, whatever, listen. People think they can comment everything and they can say whatever they want. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, sometimes you have to go deep. There are so many lost souls out there who don't realize that people who achieve different levels of fame are still just people at the end of the day too. What can I say? This is so true. This is so true. So everybody want to invite me to the Chinese restaurant now? As long as you're happy doing something that you love, this is what counts. It's not about fame. Like, I'm an artist, so I have my work such as paints and drawing, but I don't have recognition for it, but I'm happy. You have to watch my episode about NFTs, Solange. Actually, I sold 2 paintings digitally with NFTs this weekend. I made $700 from 2 paintings that and so as an artist, that's a great way of making income from your work. And let's just say, like, the problem is that some people, they do it for the fame, and this is more dangerous for those people. Those who don't care about fame, I mean, fame arrives and fame arrives. It's not their problem. But some people, if you only do it because you want to be famous, or maybe you didn't do because you want to be famous, but once you are famous, you want to stay famous because you love it. You love the attention. You love everything that comes with it, the perks. And then some people will do everything so that they can stay famous because they crave the dopamine, the attention. And listen, the Problem is when you stop being famous, it might hurt you because maybe your whole life was, I want to be famous. Me, my life is, I want to do dope ass music. I want to do great beats. I want to do great content. I want to do content that people enjoy, like here having conversation for people, knowing that I had 400 people watching me. This is great for me. And if it makes me famous, okay, it's part of the whole thing. I understand, I accept it, and I enjoy it. There's a lot of things about fame that I enjoy, and there's a lot of things that I don't. Listen, when you go through a breakup with somebody that you really love, and you are really heartbroken, and you are not well, but you have to go perform, and you have to keep posting or keep doing this, and you had to do a video, or you had to do a post because you've been paid for it, or some interviews, and all you want to do is be in bed and cry. Well, because you're famous and because this is your work, you have to go do your work. And it's hard because you might tell your manager, hey, listen, please, I don't want to do shows. And she's going to be like, we have 3 months of shows ahead of us, and we have like shows every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday. And we have 10 flights in the next 3 months. So 10 flights, 20 trains, and 5 car rides. And I'm sorry, but everything has been paid already. So you're gonna have to find it new. And yeah, you have to find it in you. One day, my mother was between life and death, and she was in Abidjan. At that time, she lived in Abidjan, and I came to perform, and I also came to see my parents. And my mom was at the hospital, and it was like, listen, life and death situation. It was either she makes it alive, or either she's dead tomorrow. And I had a show the next day, and I didn't want to go, but at the same time, I had to be professional because everything was paid already. And I told my manager, hey, listen, I'll give them the money back, etc. And they were like, you really have to come. And if you want, you come, you do your show, and you know, you wait, let me block that nigga. Oh no, it was already whatever. So yeah, you know, you end up having to go, and when you go, well, I was in the plane praying. And then I arrived in France to perform. And so I arrived at 8 p.m., cold Africa, still no news, still waiting. Then I went to perform. And while I was performing, I didn't even think about my show. I was thinking about my mom. I was praying in my head. I was hoping. And then once the show was over, I had a message in my phone from my dad or cousin, I don't remember, telling me that everything went fine, and she's fine, she's safe, don't worry, whatever. And take the first plane in the morning. In the morning, I took a plane again, and I went back. And when I arrived there, she was fine. You know, she was fine. But you know, it's those things happen when you might be here performing and stuff, but people have no idea what happens in your life. And hey, listen. It's the thing. Like, I did shows here where I was having a bad day, but you know, I was doing if I'm really having a bad day, I just don't do the show. But sometimes, yeah, listen, bad news, bad things, whatever, or fight with the wife, something, and you're not in the mood, but you know, you come and And sometimes this is what you need to be fine, and then the next day, you yeah, things are fine again. And because you are famous, sometimes those things happen in the middle of, in front of people, a bad breakup or whatever. Or hey, imagine when you are famous, your boyfriend or your husband is famous, for example, and those people are divorcing, and everybody's talking about it, and everybody's giving their opinion, and everybody's saying this is because of that, this is because of that, whatever, and nobody knows the truth, but it's entertainment for everybody. And oh, he's deserved it, or oh, she's a bitch anyway, whatever. But you don't know if those people are miserable. And when you tell the people, like, maybe they're miserable, people say, they have money. Money doesn't make you happy. Even if you are in a mansion and you're making all this money, when you are heartbroken, you are heartbroken. It feels the same even if you're rich. Trust me, I know it. I remember, like 9 years ago or 8 years ago, I was heartbroken, and I was living on a beautiful penthouse, and I was every day walking at the beach, and I was miserable. And yeah, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're great, I love your song. Yeah, thanks. You're still miserable, because even if the whole world loves you, if you love just one person and that person doesn't love you back, or whatever, did something to you, what you gonna do? Hey, my 16-year-old daughter now has 6,000 followers from IG, from being a battle dancer, and she gets recognized all the time, even at the job at McDonald's, and she hates it. You have to give me her IG, I will follow her. Hey, what up, brother? How is Senegal treating you? Yep, listen, more money, more expenses, more problems. You see, damn. Oh my God, so where were you? Oof, well, I have to. The eternal trap of validation seeking. Yep, exactly, brother. Yeah, well, I try. I do. Better to sleep and share a bed with a lion than to be surrounded with fake friends. Fake friends is, Fake friends is a nightmare. Oh my God. Yep. Listen. If you believe in God, this is God sending you a message. If you believe in karma, this is karma sending you a message. If you believe in energy, this is energy that is telling you something. And yeah, listen, that's crazy. You spend like a third of your money on a chain, and it gets stolen. Oh my God. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. That's beautiful. I just worked with a DJ in South Africa called Vanko, and he told me the same thing. He told me his mom introduced me to his work. And that's when you feel old. That you're like, wait a minute, your mom is my fan. She's like, and then you're like, oh yeah, well, it's but that's beautiful. Lots of love to your mom. Tell her bisous bisous, beijinhos to your mom. Do I? Ma petite amie t'admire beaucoup. Tu fais vraiment du bon son. Je me souviens qu'à l'époque, j'étais jaloux de toi. Faut pas. C'est comme ça que le gars voulait me poignarder. Le gars voulait me planter en boîte. C'est la même chose. I can't be famous. I always look like a homeless. But listen, me, yeah, a lot of times I'm just jogging in my street, and listen, you keep being a person. You see what I mean? Uh-oh. Ah. T'es dossier parti. I don't know why people are obsessed with the fact that is. I don't know why people are obsessed with the fact that we speak French or English. They don't understand that. Ouais, on peut faire le live en français. But we do it in English for the people who don't speak English that are here. Are you dumb? Yeah, anyway. That's why I called you. Indeed. People get depressed once. Yeah. And that's what I mean about surviving fame. Some people get depressed because they never prepare themselves for that. You see what I mean? The first day I start being known, I thought about when I would not be known. That's the first thing I thought. And I was like, hey, listen, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10, who knows? I mean, and I guess some people are scared to reinvent themselves. So they think that one moment of their life is forever. And some others, hey, yeah, you know, they move on to something else. Look, listen, the world is open again. Everybody's doing shows. I'm not. This is what I do. Because this is what I reinvented myself to be. Do I get proposals for show? Yes, I do. But I changed my price because I don't want to go and perform for the money I used to perform to ask. Now I want more because this is not my main business anymore. And if you want me to occupy 4 or 5 days of my week to take a plane, go somewhere, perform, and come back, it's gonna cost you more money because I'm doing other things. I have my investments. I have all the things that I do. You see what I mean? And this is a thing that yes, and it's really this thing where you have to decide who you want to become. You see what I mean? Hey. J'ai peur de lire les compliments maintenant. J'ai reçu mon bombers hier, mais pas mes t-shirts. I have to check your thing. Please send me an email with your order number so I can check out. Please. It's busy here. Lil Mauro is busy. Donc attends. La personne a dit tu me sembles doux comme homme et on lui a répondu bye. Let me call Lil Mauro. Lil Mauro answer the phone. Oh my God. Oh, your phone is busy? Why are you not answering the phone? You're too busy blocking people? La meuf, elle a dit, tu me sembles tellement doux comme un bye from... Ah, le bâtard. Il bloque les gens comme ça. Pouf. Il bloque les gens.
T'as vu?
De quoi?
La même personne qui revient à chaque fois.
Je sais.
C'est quoi, les gens n'ont rien à faire?
Et non. Ils n'ont rien à faire. C'est leur vie.
C'est dingue, c'est dingue.
Soit c'est la même personne, soit c'est le même groupe de personnes et ils n'ont que ça à faire.
Le même groupe de personnes. C'est incroyable.
Eh ben, bonne chance. Continue.
Je suis là, je dors pas. Je ne dors pas.
La meuf, elle a dit, tu me sembles tellement doux comme un bye.
On est là, on bloque.
Ah, putain. Oh là 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 là. Et, écoutez, continuez à venir. On va continuer à vous envoyer, vous faire reculer. Continuez.
Je ne laisse même plus le temps maintenant de laisser une petite phrase.
Ah, putain. Ouh. Moi, je vois juste sur le côté, je vois des gens qui se font bloquer, mais je calcule pas.
T'as pas vu, il y avait un elle, je sais pas quoi, là, elle, il a dit, Kaysha, j'ai dit, terminé.
J'ai pas le temps de les voir, tu les bloques trop vite. J'ai pas le temps même de rigoler de ce qu'ils disent. Lil Maro, say hi to the live.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Milliardaire, il en peut plus. Hein. Big respect, milliardaire, big respect.
Ouh, je crois que c'est une fille. Non, quoique. Je suis pas sûr. Je crois que... Milliardaire 7, je crois que c'est une fille. C'est Cynthia, non? Cindy? Cynthia? Ah, Milliardaire 7, faut nous dire si tu es un garçon ou une fille. On ne sait pas. Ou les deux. Oh my God, my God. Oh my God, my God, my God, my God. Bah écoute, hein, it is what it is. Bon travail. Je vais continuer à lire mes commentaires.
Je dors pas, hein.
À tout à l'heure. Tu as l'air d'être un homme si doux. Bye. Vas-y, à tout à l'heure. Oh my God. Ooh. Everybody put some fire in the chat for Lil Maro. Oh my God. It's important. Oh yeah, I remember what we were talking about. Oh, fuck, I'm so far in the comment. Being famous is selling your privacy away. It depends. It depends. I think it's up to you to control. It's really up to you. It's up to you to control. I just saw your comment, Master Electronic. Is your ex hunting us? Ooh. Probably one of one. Buddy's ex are crazy, not mine. I only date nice people. Yo, listen, we are becoming famous, Club Shada. This is what's happening. So, it is what it is. Some people don't know where they should view it. The fact that they purchase a CD or come to the concert, they believe that you need them to survive. Yep. Indeed. Yeah, you have to do some paints. Listen. My daughter is about to use her followers on IG to start a jewelry designing jewelry with crystals for spiritual purposes. Nice. Send me the IG by DM. I'll go follow and check her stuff. And she has clients already, you see. Little Mara is ready. Listen, I think a lot of times I was in the club and somebody was coming to punch me, and they were punched by Lil Maro before. I think it happened a lot of times back in the days in Paris. Hey, Dalia, welcome. You missing the fun? Ah, Ikenis Boutique. Let me go and follow. Let's check it out. So, what is it? Ikenis Boutique. There you guys. Well, I'm a follower. And that's probably her. I'm also a follower. She's a dancer. That's Kiata's daughter. Ooh. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. Well, new follower. Where was I? Damn, I'm late in the comments. I'm far away in the chat. The chat is going so fast. I feel like everyone on this live that speak French feels left out. I feel like everyone on this live speaks French. I feel left out. No, we actually. I think everybody here speaks at least 2 languages. And English is the one that binds us, but yeah. Okay, let me go down in the chat because okay. I don't know. I don't know. Well, Maro is here. Exactly. At this time, you should be sleeping. But hey, what you gonna do? Let me go down to the end of the chat because wait. Let me see the fires for Lil Maro. Hey. You remember when I was telling you about community? You see what I mean? There's one person, there's one person who's just creating an account and just coming back. And I mean, hey, listen, if you want to have fun, have fun. You and Lil Maro have fun. My pleasure, sister. So yeah, it's this thing where you have fame is the worst drug because you never know how you're gonna react to it. You see what I mean? You never know what is gonna be your own reaction. You really don't know. A lot of people love to pretend that I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like that, but nobody knows. You might turn out to be a great person if you have a great education and a great personality, and you might turn out to be an asshole. And but it's gonna be the same. Yeah, I believe in karma. Whatever you decide to do, if you become famous, powerful, whatever you do, if you become, because fame is a sort of power as well. You have power on people. You have people that are willing to do things for you, and when this happens, you put energy out there, and depending on the energy that you put out there, you are creating something that will come back to you one day. So listen, if you get rich, if you get famous, if you get whatever, just make sure that you do good to people. Continue respecting people the way you used to respect people. This is something I always try to do. If I can be available, I am available. If I can't, I just say I'm sorry, I can't. And because this is the energy you put out there. And yeah, listen, because the day you are not famous anymore, or that people move on, it's the energy that you put out there that will be the bill. And maybe people will keep hiring you as a performer just because back in the days you were such a great person. And people will keep listening to your music long after and keep pay your rent just because you are the best memories for them, and your shows were great, and the interactions they had with you were great. And so it's really the question of the energy you put out there. I think this is what is the most important, is that if you spread positive energy, you get positive energy in return. And that's why, listen, I feel sad for the people who don't have nothing else to do in their life than trolling. And listen, sometimes sometimes I don't even want to neither acknowledge them or either sometimes talk bad about them, because sometimes it might be an adult, it might be just a girl that is sad, or it might be a kid. He might be somebody that is younger than my son. He might be somebody that is 16 years old and doesn't know any better and just doesn't have the education because of whatever that is happening in their life. So, hurt people, hurt other people. Maybe that person is hurting and that's the way they express it. And listen, all I'm going to say for you out there who's hurting, this is not the solution. What you need to do is heal. And doing whatever you're doing in this chat will not really help you on the long run. What you need to do is be a positive person. And whatever you're going through, handle it. If you have 10 problems, handle them one by one. If you handle the first problem, either the biggest one or the smallest one, once you handled it, you will only have 9 problems. And after that, you can handle another one, and then you will only have 8 problems. And maybe once you handle 5 problems, your back will feel less heavy, and maybe you will feel better. And then because you feel better, you might not have any more time to go to chat rooms and spread negative energy, because the only person you're hurting is yourself, and the only time you're wasting is yourself and Lil Maros. So I'm sending you love as well. Like, I send love to all the haters. They have to do their job. And I send love to all the beautiful people who are here tonight. It's important to show love to the people that need love. And some people are very negative because they actually need love. They hate because that's all they know. And if you send them hate in return, you are not helping them. And I prefer, giving you positive energy. And at the same time, fuck you still. Woo. Do you agree that wait, before I answer your question, Narcia, I need to ask something to the 8 ball. 8 ball. Am I super sexy? Let's see what the 8 ball says. Sure. Hey. Sorry. Yeah. So I was saying, Kaysha, do you agree that nowadays it's easier to be known as a singer when you have good connections? Narcia is not just today. I think it's been for. Oh, thank you so much for the support, Kiata. Thank you so much. I believe that this is not a nowadays thing. It's always been the thing. To be known as anything you need. Oh, wait. 8 ball. Am I super hot? Maybe. I was saying, life has always been about connections. So is it easier to be known as a singer when you have good connections? Yes, of course it's easier. But it doesn't mean that you are a great singer. Or it doesn't mean that you have great songs. Now, if you have bad songs and good connections, you might do something. If you have bad songs and no connections, nothing will happen. If you have good songs and bad connections, you might still make your way in. It's just harder. You have to slam the doors yourself, force the doors yourself, and find your public. And if you have good songs, good connections, and you are a great person, of course, the life will be easier. The road will be faster. Listen, I mean, if you know somebody who's at the radio and decides what plays, and you have a great song and they play it, of course, it will work. Is it different today than yesterday? No. It's the same thing. Back in the days, you needed to have somebody in the radio. If you had somebody in the radio or the TV, your video or your song could play on the radio faster. It would help. If you know somebody at the store that could place your CD in the better place, it was better. This is life. Like, if you have connections, it's always easier, but it doesn't mean that you have to be lazy. That's what I mean. If you have good connections, it doesn't mean that you don't have to work hard for your craft. That's what I mean. So if you work hard and you work well, yeah, good connection will help. The chatbot knows everything. Of course, Trésor, you already speak English, don't you? Say something in English. So where were we? Thank you. Thank you so much. Quel bomber tu as reçu au fait? Tu m'as même pas dit ce que toi. Anyway, j'attends les photos sur le compte Shadaware ou sur mon email. Anyway, listen, that's all I had for you. I hope that I don't know if I answered the question of how you survive fame. I'm not sure, but you know, those are the things that I've gathered around the way while I was famous, I guess. Fame must always be a byproduct. I believe that if you start treating fame as the goal, this is when you lose yourself. I really believe that what you need to do is focus on delivering good work. If you work great and if you're a singer, you focus on making great songs, great music video, and spread love to the people. If you become famous, it's okay. See what I mean? It has to still be treated. That's how I treated fame. For me, fame always was a byproduct of the hard work. And it comes and go, and it's not why I'm doing what I'm doing. And yeah, listen, it's true. I receive recognition where I go to places. People know where I am. People treat me different. But when I go to a country where nobody knows me, if I go to Thailand or in the US, if I go to Miami, yeah, some Haitians might recognize me. Some people might recognize me, but I'm not famous like that in the US, like in Africa or in Europe, right? Or in the worst, if I go to Thailand, nobody knows me. I mean, almost. When I go there, I'm not interested in how people are gonna treat me. I'm just being a decent individual, and I'm here to have a good time. I'm not here to be famous. Fame is not a goal. Fame should not be a goal to somebody. What should be your goal is to express yourself and to do your work and maybe buy your mama a house. That's a goal. Buy yourself a house, then your mama a house, then your sister a house, then your kid, then your children their education. This is a goal. Buy your wife a beautiful house. That's a goal. Being famous, it's a byproduct. It's something that, yeah, listen, you do a great job and people are starting to, yeah, come to your live show to troll. You're famous. So, yeah, that's the only thing that will keep you up years after your fame is your work. Many artists, we can't even remember their work today because of connection without talent and passion. Well said. Yeah. If you have the connections but your work is not great, yeah, you might be able to do something while your connection are in place. But the moment your connection are not there anymore, your shitty work is back to not being relevant. Oops. I have to work a little better to the system, you know. Am I in love? Who knows? Master Electronic loves to abuse Master Electronic loves to abuse my chatbot. Wait. Wait. Oh my god. Wait, let me wait. 8 Ball is Master Electronic annoying you? That was fast. Fuck, Lil Maro is fast, hein? Damn. Moi, je pensais que tu dormais, Lil Maro. J'allais bloquer moi-même. Et puis, tu es... Bon. Donc, j'ai posé la question. Is Mass Electronic annoying you? Who knows? C'est quoi cette réponse de merde? Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen. I spent an amazing 3 hours. I hope you enjoyed you enjoyed the ride. Listen, as I told you before, the reason why I like this community to grow slow is this one. You don't want to have a chat room full of crazy people, and that's why I don't promote this show, and that's why I keep it. And that's not like keeping small. I'm not trying to eat to stay small. It's just that I want the people to come here because they want to, not because they have nothing to do with their lives. Because Lil Maro is busy. Have some mercy on Lil Maro, damn it. Ooh. Master Electronic has amazing questions. Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen. I'm gonna go finish my show. I'm gonna leave you with a song by I know which one. I'm gonna leave you with a song by listen up with me. First of all, I hope you enjoyed this show. I hope you enjoyed the chat room. I hope you enjoyed watching Lil Mauro fight with the people. That was funny. And listen, I will see you Sunday for another episode of Club Shada. I hope this conversation was meaningful. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Be blessed, Master Electronic. Thanks for coming, everybody. Leave some hearts in the chat if you enjoyed the conversation. And those who don't speak English, hey, listen, I will do a live all in Portuguese just for you. A próxima vez vai ser só em português, só para vocês. Assim vamos ver se vocês vão também vir aqui gritar. Joking. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com. Comme ça, c'est terminé ici. Écoutez, on va pas faire des lives de 9h ici. Hein. Tu sais que moi, le live avec Naturi la dernière fois, là, j'ai mis 2 jours ou 3-4 jours à m'en remettre. Hein. On est plus jeune, hein, on va faire des lives, des 18 heures de live comme ça, là. Bon, j'espère que ça t'a plu. Anyway, hasta la vista, Solange. Lots of love. And I'm going to leave you with a song called Maximalist Ninja that I produced in the studio back in the days. It's part of an album called One Arm Swordman with that I released under the name Angel City 2. Peace out, Shada Gang, and I will see you when I see you. We see each other Sunday. If you have ideas for the subject of the next episode, because we can talk about anything you want, leave a comment when the show is over. Peace out.